After creating questions for your test, fcTest provides you with some buttons and some controls to help you manage your questions. At the top of the control panel, you'll see some of these buttons. The Add button, of course, is for creating new questions. Delete will delete selected questions. So if I want to delete a question, I select it and you get the little arrow all the way to the left that indicates this is the selected question. Then I hit the delete button and I'll get a confirmation message. Say yes if you really want to delete it, and it will remove it from the test. Copy it as template is a button that allows you to duplicate a question. This will help you if you have very similar questions and you want to save on editing time. Maybe all of your multiple choice questions start with the same instructional header. So select a question that you want to copy and click the Copy as Template. And you'll see a copy of that question appear at the end of the list. Move to Position gives you the option of moving your questions in their order. What will happen is when the test is deployed and no other configurations are made, the students will see the test in the order that the questions are listed here. So if I want to change the order, I can select the question I want to move, and go to the Move Position button. Say, okay, the current position is 8th in the list, and I want to move it to position 3. And then click OK. That question will then be moved from the 8th position to the 3rd. You'll also see two other buttons, Export and Import. The Export button allows me to export out my questions in a text format. So I can name it what I want and then click Save, and we'll see that the questions get exported. And at the bottom of the control panel will be a confirmation message. We can also import questions. If you click the Import button, it'll give you a dialog window. Now this is currently configured only to accept Blackboard exported test questions. So if you're a Blackboard user and you have some test questions you'd like to move out of Blackboard to fcTest, go through the export function there. It'll create a file. You'll drag and drop it onto the icon and then click the Import button. In addition to those buttons, there is a side navigation button called Question Organization. Let's take a look at that. Here we have two menu options, Selection and Presentation, and these work in combination with each other. So the Selection menu provides three options. Select all enabled questions. That uses all of the questions that are active in the test. Randomly select X questions from Y, and then select by topic. Let's review the Select All Enabled questions. If I choose that, I then have some presentation options. These are questions in order listed. So this is just the questions as they appeared in the screen a second ago. Random order, ignore topics. If this is selected, then it will take all of your questions and just mix them up. Or we can random the order of the questions but group them by topic. If you select this option, this now allows me to put in order the topics, but within those topics, the questions will be randomized. So I want to take the information option and move it back to the top. So I'm going to move it from position 3 to position 1. And it will go ahead and put the information topic at the top of the list, ensuring that that's what the students will see first. Now we're going to go back to the selection menu and choose our second option. Randomly select X questions from Y. This allows us to just use a subset of questions from our pool of questions. So if I had a 100-question test, maybe I only want to use 50 of them. So you just put in that value in the select field. And this is the only configuration for this. It's going to go ahead and randomize whatever subset of questions you're choosing from. The third option is select by topic. Again, selecting this provides us some different configuration options. And again, the only presentation option here is going to be random order group by topic. So what this means is we can go ahead and have our questions in a specific topic order. This column shows us the number of questions in here. And then the following option here allows us to select how many questions from that pool. So maybe I only want a 4-question test. I'm going to have my information. I'm going to take 2 questions from the laws of motion topic, and I'm going to take 2 questions from the Newtonian mechanics section. This will give a total of 5 questions. Remember, the first one will be information, so that doesn't really count as a graded question. When you're done with all your configuration options, you want to go ahead and click the Save button. That'll make sure that this information is written for that test.